Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. I need to change the overlay. We have a 000 Ontario online open match for you today. It is Jonathan versus Brendon. Let's get this party started. 12 rounds, no time limit. They're in the finals, the final pod. This is a pod 2 match. This is Epsilon pilot with a hard 2. We'll go through the list after this move. Hard 1 from that FO. And we will open betting. Exclamation point points to see how many points you have to bet. You can lay up to 10,000 on the line. Looks like a 4 forward from the Kriziks. And a barrel roll to the right. No, he's just gonna focus. We'll probably get matching 4 forwards. Blue 4 forward as well, and he will also barrel roll. Yellow looking at a barrel roll as well, so red a little bit on an island, but not so much so. L3 fitting perfectly in with the 2 turn, and he's going to turn his arc. Rocker Crocker with the first bet on to Brendon. Surprise, surprise, a turn to the left from TN3465. 2 straight there from Scorch and Drew, going 1 straight. Kylo going 2 straight. He's gonna barrel roll to the left and see if he boosts. So it looks like we're back to dials. We're going on to round 2. Let's go down the list. Starting for Jonathan in the scum corner to your left. We've got Andrew Shulock with Lone Wolf. 3 Cartel Marauders. And L337 in Lando's Millennium Falcon. And for Brendon in the right, we've got Kylo Ren with Hate and Advanced Optics. Oh man, I got the hiccups. Scorch with Fanatical, TN3465, an Epsilon Cadet, and Lieutenant Revis. So a lot of ships. Not as many attack dice for the First Order as the Scum side has. But in that vein, also a lot of defense for the First Order. Soaring Embers, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. He's our 130th follower. Look at us making moves. So again, you can bet in the chat with exclamation point bet. 1 or 2, depending on which one you want to pick and how much you want to bet. Exclamation point points to see how many points you have to make the bets. Our points leader at the end of the month will receive a Dutch Vander alt art card. Costs you nothing, so you might as well try. Looks like Soaring Embers is a Jonathan Stan, if you will. Going for a good friend there. I do like Jonathan's position right now. Kind of has the cutoff on the FOs a little bit here. Can turn in, corner them a little bit. I agree, Sub Hedgehog. Brendon's list is very good. FOs are great for TIE fighters, just wonderful. Kylo is, I mean, Kylo is probably one of the best ships in the game, I think, personally. I really enjoy him. I think advanced optics is a must on him. 8, give or take, personal preference there. But advanced optics, your 3 dice average roll is focus, flank, hit with advanced optics, and your force, assuming you focused, that is 3 hits. Here we go. The Epsilon, a 3 hard, moving fast. Trying to cut off Drew here. Ooh, Revis does put himself onto the debris. You're good, you rolled it. Yeah. You're good. So Revis exiles himself onto the debris, takes a stress. There's the Krizex with the 3 bank, and he's gonna focus. Might have range 3 here. We'll have to see. Yellow, a 4 forward. Just gonna focus. Maybe trying to get an early shot into Kylo. I doubt Kylo's gonna put himself in a position to take these shots, even at range 3. L3, 3-7. Just moves, thanks. And he's gonna rotate his arc back. There's a 3 bank coming from TN3465. We're just gonna call him Tin. And Drew, just 1 banks forward, safely out of range of red and yellow FOs. Well, we'll see what Scorch does here, though. Scorch 2 forward. Looks like we're gonna exchange some fire, so get your bets in. No, that might not actually be in range. You got time. Kylo, the hard 1. See if we get maybe a focused barrel roll back to not take shots here. Just get the barrel roll back. Scorch has nothing. Kylo has nothing. We'll see if the blue does. Oh, the blue's got options. We'll go into Revis or the cadet at range 3. Probably take the shot into Revis. This is gonna be a range 3 shot into Revis. Here we go. That's gonna go for 2. Revis gets 4 unmodified dice. Two evades. Revis is fine. We are going back to dials. Here we are into round 3. Dials being set. I'll be right back as I'm going to get myself a drink. All right, what did I miss? Nothing. All right. So before that turn, I really liked where the Krizex are, but now it looks like they're splitting up. And the blue Krizex might be facing down 4 FOs this turn. Granted, they only shoot 2 dice, but he only gets 2 defense dice as well, so this could be a big turn. I think the first one to eliminate an opposing ship really gets a huge advantage, which sounds like it's like no duh, Greg, but like 5 versus 5 and having less ships to worry about with your opponent. I wonder if all the critics turn in on Kylo and try to fake out here. Or maybe they all turn in on the FOs. Let Kylo kind of have his reign. I could see Kylo going pretty fast. Although that's dangerous if red and yellow turn in on him. I might choose to just kind of go slow, see where they go, because he can close the distance very fast. Still have a little more time to get your bets in. And feel free to exclamation point YouTube, exclamation point Discord in the chat. Join our Discord, join our YouTube. We upload original shows every Monday and replays of all of our streamed matches. Looks like we're ready to get going here. Oh, never mind. Said changing his mind here. Looks like he had a change of heart. Making final adjustments. I'm pretty confident in Kylo, at least. Again, this is a 12-round match, no time. We're just going for the biscuit. There's the hard 3 from the Epsilon. Revis will focus after the 2 hard. The blue K fighter turns right in. Yellow goes 2 straight. He's gonna focus. Red with the 3 straight. Also gonna focus. Oh. I think he just did 3 straight 3 times. Give it a second. Both the connections were very bad for a second. Now it seems to have evened out. So red does a 3 forward and only a 3 forward, and will focus. L3 with the 2 turn. If we get a focus, maybe a boost. Could attempt a target lock. All right, I'm gonna. All right, we should be good now. Last chance to get your bets in. So Kyle's gonna get a shot here. Range 3 onto L3. Two Vates. And Drew has targets here. So Andrew's ability will come in. He gets an extra die, and he can use Lone Wolf. Ooh, tough roll. He's gonna Lone Wolf one of his attack die. Hits a blank again. And we'll focus one. It's gonna be 4 dice. Blank out. All the blanks. So down a shield goes Scorch. Scorch will now get a shot. Yes, Sub Hedgehog. He put the range 2 bubble up. Scorch takes a stretch. Thank you for the gifted subs. Appreciate it. You are the best. Potter D, Sub Hedgehog, Hexiled Gaming, Deadeye 313, and Rebel Goose. Give a big thanks to Danku Wiskin. 2 hits coming in on the Krizex. And he is going to take the 2 hits onto blue. So blue loses the shield and is down to 4 hull. L3 seems like he can get a shot. Oh, looks like the yellow K fighter does have a range 2 obstructed shot onto Kylo. That's going to be 3. Kylo gets 4 dice, has no tokens to speak of. 2 force though. 1 evade, and that is going to be 2 shields off of Kylo. An unfortunate roll. So Kylo is going to spend a force and apply, I'll show you the dark side, onto yellow, a panicked pilot. Or sorry, it's going to be a blinded pilot. So that could play in the future. Big oof on Kyle. This is going to be Revis range 2 from the red K fighter. And that's going to be hit, crit, crit. Coming in onto Revis. Revis needs some paint here. 2 evades. We'll take a crit. Or no, just takes a shield. I forgot it's an FO. L3 now looking at shots. It's got range 2 on Epsilon Cadet or range 3 onto Revis. Also has Tien and Scorch. He's going to take the range 3 shot at Scorch. Since Scorch is stressed, he gets an extra die because of the Millennium Falcon title. And that's going to be 2 hits coming in on Scorch. Scorch gets 4 dice, still has a focus. Plenty of evades. You're absolutely right, they are. Now the blue K fighter will shoot at Revis in range 1. It's going to be 4 dice, has a focus to spend. That could be hit, hit, crit. See how important this blue K fighter is to him. That is hit, hit, crit coming in onto Revis. 1 evade. That's going to be half points. Revis takes a fuel leak, pretty much a blank with 1 health left. Tinny is going to take the range 2 shot onto the blue K fighter. This is going to be 2 dice versus 2. For 1 hit coming in. K fighter rolls. That goes through. And I think that is now half points onto the Cartel Marauder. So Revis now will get a shot. That's going to be range 1 back. So this is going to be 3 dice on 2. I think Revis, through all that, still has his focus. That's going to be hit crit coming in. K fighter with the defense roll. 1 evade, a crit goes through. See what that crit is? It's a wounded pilot. And now red gonna go for the kill onto blue. 2 hits. This could do it if blue doesn't roll any evades. One evade, so blue lives on 1. That's all our shots for this first round. So damage all around to everybody, but the main point is that the First Order was able to basically focus fire and whittle blue down to 1, whereas the fire was pretty divided for the scum side. That said, he did get Kylo's shields down, and he did get Revis to 1. And he did manage to take down Scorch's shield. So, I mean, a good round offensively. Maybe not the best round defensively. So we're back to dials. This is now round 4. Kylo forced into being a little more defensive earlier than he probably would like to be. Of course, every match in this pod now counts. They're fighting for the right to become the finalists in this tournament. Oh, we got some time. Let's go to our sponsor. Diet Snapple half and half iced tea. 10 calories. Great pop. Here's your Snapple fact. A day on Venus lasts longer than a year on Venus. There you go. Bet you didn't know that. I actually knew that one. I like space. We're all Star Wars. We all like space. What am I saying? No one here is like, I love Star Wars, but I hate space. This has been a really tactical match so far, and again, I cannot stress enough the importance of focusing fire in X-Wing. Being able to take shots coming back at you off the board is just so important, and if you're able to focus people down and do that faster, the world is your oyster. Do we have any computer aficionados in the chat? Any people who like building their own computers? Stuff like that. After this match is over and we do a couple rounds of marbles for some points, this is the computer I'm going to be ordering parts for. I'm going to try and build it myself. I've never built my own computer. I've picked custom parts before, but I've never built it myself, and I'm very excited for this challenge. And hey, while we got the time, I want to say thank you guys for joining us. If you're in the 000 League, it's been such a blast covering it. The matches have been incredible. Everyone's been literally the coolest person on the planet. I've just had such a great time. Appreciate you guys being here. And hey, while we're here, join our Discord. We'd love to have you. We talk a lot of X-Wing. It's a good community to be part of. Both players taking their time here. This is a very important turn. Looks like they both said they were set and then decided that they were not in fact set. All right, looks like we're ready to go. The Epsilon Squadron cadets will be the first to move. Thank you. You'll be the first person that I let know. We do another league after our draft league. Definitely let you know. We are going to run a tournament on the 20th. It's going to be a banned meta tournament. The top 4 pilots from each faction are banned. And I will let everyone know in the Discord when signups for that go live. So Revis with the hard 2. It's going to focus. Might choose to Evade. That changes mine to evade. So going for blocks. Red K Fighter banks in beautifully onto the Epsilon Squadron Cadet. Yellow turns in as well. Also gonna focus. Blue with the big 4K. L3 turns in on Kylo, so it looks like Kylo and L3 are going to be locked in a battle here. And the K-Fighters and FOs are going at each other. That is, I think, a missed trigger on Revis to not take a target lock onto the blue Cartel Marauder. After he took a stress. TN bumps. So now Andrew in the Z gets to move. And he's gonna face to face with Revis. Revis down to 1, facing 2 big shots here. Scorched the 2 straight and bumps again. Not what he was looking for here. Kylo the 4 straight. That puts him in a very awkward position. Although L3's arc, he's safe there. He could try and take a lock, barrel roll backwards, and see if he gets L3 in arc. Kylo finding a safe haven right in front of L3. So Kylo takes a lock. Let's see who he puts it on. It's on the yellow K-Fighter. Kylo gonna check for a shot on Carlos Jones. He doesn't have one. He does not. So now Nadru is gonna get a range 1 shot onto probably Revis, I would assume. Yep. Gonna go range 1 onto Revis. Is it gonna get his ability or Lone Wolf? You disconnected. You did. We have a disconnection here, so we're gonna get him back in the room. It's all good, man. Everyone has internet problems, no problem. Back into the room. It stays that high when it loads. It'll come down after the load. All right, so we're back. So this is Andrew into Revis, range 1. Yeah, soaring, he did. That's gonna be a hit crit into Revis. Revis is going to die. Can only evade 1. Will take a crit. The crit is direct hit, so Revis is the most dead anyone's ever been. So 6 damage done to Revis there. Revis initiative killed off the table. Scorch is gonna get a shot now. has range 2 onto red. This is going to be a range 2 shot onto the red K-Fighter. Is going to stress himself. Fanatical will put that to 2. 2 hits coming in on the red K-Fighter. Does roll 2 focuses. Could spend that focus. I think you do. But he's not gonna. He's taking that on the shield and hull. 2 damage in. L3 no shot. Blue K-Fighter has got range 1 into Scorch. I'm assuming that's probably what he's gonna do. So this is gonna be Scorch. Range 1, 4 dice on 3, no mods to be found. And that's gonna be 2 hits into Scorch. Can't kill him, but could injure him severely. Blanks again. So Scorch is down to 1. We're seeing an awful lot of blanks from the first order here. So we could see 2 shots onto Scorch here. This is going to be a range 3 shot from the yellow K-Fighter onto Scorch. Range 3, 3 dice versus 4. Yellow K-Fighter does have mods though. And that's going to be big. This could be it for Scorch. Scorch only 1 evade. Scorch is off the board. An unfortunate turn for the first order here. We'll be okay. Scorch off the board, which leaves the red K-Fighter. He's gonna go range 1 into the red Epsilon Cadet. And this is gonna be 2 hits, 2 crits. Holy mow. That's gonna be 2 evades with the token. So that's gonna be 2 crits into red. So that is a hit, crit, half points. And let's see what this crit is. It's a damage sensor array, which is going to affect him this turn and send him over the debris next turn. Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong one. You can only focus. Scorch is gonna head off the table. So Tien is now gonna go range 2 into Andrew. So this is gonna be 2 versus 2. Andrew still has his focus. Tien for 1. Andrew just needs some paint, any paint. Gets that paint, spends the focus, gets the evade. The Epsilon has nothing. We are back to dials and a decisive round here. Entering round 5. Let's go to Gerg with a scoring update. Your score after round 4 is Jonathan 75, Brendon 19. Thanks, Gerg. Really an unfortunate round there. Dice did play a part, but you also have to think those bumps and not getting actions really hurt Scorch. Really hurt Revis being in a... That maneuver just attempt to block blue. Didn't see the 4K coming. Really just put him in an awkward spot. So now Kylo has a lot of work to do to make up this ground. And L3, full health still. L3 hasn't taken any damage. The blue Cartel Marauder is on 1. And the red has lost a shield and a hull. But so far, so good for Scum here. It has felt like L3's arc has been in the wrong arc every time. Looks like we got another disconnection here. Good thing this isn't a timed game. Jonathan, I think you disconnected, yeah. We'll get Jonathan back in here. He's in New Brunswick. Everyone knows that New Brunswick internet is the worst internet in all of Canada. Everyone knows that. So we'll get him back in. It's all good, man. It's not a timed game. You're fine. Gonna run a quick speed test to make sure it's not me. Looks like we got 415 download. Let's check the upload. Oh no, we tested 451 download. Let's see what our upload yields. It's hovering right around 23 or so. It's pretty good numbers, I'm not gonna lie. It's not great. It's not like... Yeah, it's probably another game happening from our group. Yeah, so I got good download and upload numbers. I think it's probably this New Brunswick, or Brunny as they call it. Everyone in Canada calls New Brunswickans Brunnies. So Jonathan's back. Gonna set dials here. We're in round 6. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, Sub Hedgehog. I don't know if anyone in chat wants to disagree with me, but I'm pretty sure that everyone in Canada calls people from New Brunswick Brunnies. Here we go. Epsilon Squadron Cadet now. With the 2 hard to the left. Can only focus with his damage sensor array. Red taking the 1 bank. Gonna grab a lock onto Tinny. Yellow, the 2 hard, or the 2 bank, is also going to grab a lock onto Tinny. So then the rope closing around Tinny's neck right now. Blue going for the block. Clears the stress, grabs the focus. L3 will just grab a calculate. And there is the big 4K from TN3465. Drew, 3 banking out. Probably out of the firing arc there, so he's just gonna focus. Kylo now gonna get the move. A hard one. See if he comes in with maybe a focused barrel roll. is a roll for blue stress. There's wounded pilot, doesn't take a stress. Kylo just gonna focus. That'll be all. I don't know, Soaring Embers. I live 10 minutes from the Canadian border, and everyone says brunnies. We're all brunnies here. So this is gonna be a shot at Indrew from Kylo. 3 versus 3. And there's the value of advanced optics and the force for 2 hits and a crit into Indrew. Indrew has the focus, is gonna spend it, and will take 1 shield. Indrew's gonna take the shot back at Kylo, range 3. For 1 crit. Kylo rolls the evade. So Blue's gonna take the first shot onto Tien. This is gonna be range 1. Can spend a focus for 2. Blue's on 1. I think you take this. I think you spend that focus. He does. He spends the focus, and that's gonna go through. Both go through onto Tinny. And that is gonna be half points on Tien. The dice have been failing Brendon. The positioning's been failing. Red's now going to take a shot on Tien. This is going to be 3 versus 3. Red does have a target lock. Might have to spend it here. He is going to. He rolls. That's going to be hit, crit coming in onto Tien. Hit, crit, go through, and Tien is dead. And that's a weapons failure, which limits his ability to fire back. So Yellow is gonna go crit fishing on Tien to see if he can get another weapons failure. To spend his luck. So that's two more hits coming in. A little bit of overkill. Didn't get the crit he was fishing for. These ties have taken so much damage. L3 is going to get a range 3 shot onto the Epsilon Cadet. This is going to be unobstructed at range 3. Not stressed, so just 2 dice from L3. Can spend a calculate for a hit crit. 4 dice with a focus. Oh my gosh, a crit goes through on that. So many blanks. It's a blinded pilot this time. Tien going range 1 onto Blue. And Blue avoids it. The cruelness of the dice coming into effect here. And now this is Red going range 3 onto the Falcon. This is going to be 2 hits. And both those are going to go in on the Falcon. So L3 takes 2 shields. Kylo regens his force. We are going to head into round 7. Let's go to Gurg for a scoring update.
Your scoring update is now 103 for the Brunny, Jonathan, and 19 for Brendon.
So Red is in a world of trouble. Can't modify dice because of a blinded pilot. Can only take a focus for defense. Has a damage sense array and has L3 bearing down on him, while Kylo's about to face off against four fighters, 3 K fighters, and a pretty good Z95. Dice have definitely played its part in this game. Positioning has also played a part. It's always one of those give and takes, you know? This game, it's never just dice. It's never just positioning. It's always the combination, and when they both don't go your way, it leads to a bad time for you. That said, Kylo can still do a lot of damage, and MOV matters. The pod rankings are your record and then divided by MOV, so you want to try and get as many points as you possibly can. And if there's one fighter in this game that can pour on the points, it's gonna be Kylo. I'm assuming we'll probably just get a 1 bank or a 2 hard out of L3. His arc is left right, so we'll probably get the bank to open it up as wide as he can. We'll see what the FO does. Very limited options. And this is probably going to be a positioning turn for the K fighters. I'm thinking probably yellow and red doing 1 hards, blue, maybe even 1 harding away, trying to come around when he's less of a target for Kylo. They all move before the Z95. Andrew at an I4. Looks like we're ready. There is the 2 hard from Red. Gonna focus because that's the only action he can take. There is the 1 heart from yellow. He focuses. 1 heart from blue, or from red rather. Another focus. Blue is gonna end up bumping, and that could spell his death to Kylo if Kylo gets him in arc. A Falcon with the 2 hard. We'll calculate. Andrew with the big 4 hard. We'll stress. Kylo just going into it, and there's nowhere for him to go. He can't barrel roll left. He can't barrel, well, he could barrel roll right. It doesn't help him any. We could, maybe we get a barrel roll right with a boost to the right.
You can't win if you don't play.
So Kylo gonna focus. I would bet everything I have in that it's gonna be in on blue, and that is exactly what's happening here. So this is gonna be 4 versus 2. Blue has no mods. Kylo has guaranteed the kill, so it doesn't need to mod anything. 2 evades anyway. But blue is dead. blue off the board. Kylo now with force and a focus just has to survive. And Drew, and so pretty much all the scum shoots now before the Epsilon Squadron Cadet. And Drew doesn't get his lone wolf or his bubble. So this is going to be a range 2 shot with no mods into Kylo. That's going to be 1 hit. Kylo will roll 3 in defense. Gets that evade. So yellow. Oh, wait, no. Gonna start with L3, who's gonna go range 2 into the Epsilon Cadet. This is gonna be a 2 dice shot. So he just needs to try and get 1 in on this. So that's gonna be 2 hits with the calculate spend. Doesn't get it through. Epsilon survives. So this is gonna be the red first range 1 onto Kylo. 3 hits coming in. Kylo rolls. Is that a blank? That's a blank. Another blank out. That's gonna be 3 hits onto Kylo. He's left with 1. I think that's a little dramatic. You click and hold. So that's 3 damage onto Kylo. Don't apologize to me. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So yellow range 1 with the focus. That is a guaranteed dead Kylo. He's gonna spend force and take 2. Kylo out of the game. So it's 1 Epsilon Squadron Cadet against the world here. This is going to be a crit coming into Andrew. Andrew invades. We're going to head into round 8. MOV matters, so we're keeping it going. A 1-hit Epsilon Squadron Cadet versus the might of the scum army Jonathan has brought to bear. We're gonna do a round of marbles after this, and then we're gonna raid Gold Squadron Podcast. Gonna make sure they're still running so I don't raid an empty Twitch. Oh yeah, they're still going. We'll raid them.
In America, these are the things that we have.
Right, didn't need the random talk show there. Appreciate it though, Twitch. Well, Rocker, let me know if he goes offline. If he goes offline, let me know. Until then, we're gonna raid. After a round of marbles, of course. That's right, Soaring. I live near the border, and I live in Buffalo, New York. Our group, Nickel City, is Buffalo. So I live closer to the Rainbow Bridge, Niagara Falls, but I'm not that far from Peace Bridge or the Lewiston Kingston. Here we go. The 2 bank from the Epsilon Squadron Cadet, hoping to get some blocks, maybe? Yellow is gonna bank in. I think that's gonna be a block. Sure is. Reds. Tried to focus on the bump. L3. Probably just get a rotate here. Let's see what Andrew does. Ooh, the 2 bank serves himself up. Looks like we're gonna get a barrel roll. That is stressful on the Z. So this is red range 1. Just needs to put 1 through to get the victory. Just 1 hit. As a focus, has to spend it. L3, range 2. 2 dice. Just needs to get 1 through. Blanks out. Red's gonna live. Still no hits, but no hits coming in. This is gonna be range 1 back on the red K fighter. That's a crit coming in. Could half points here. Pick up another 19 for MOV. Not today. So we're going to round 9. If this goes the distance, I will be so impressed. So, I mean, I don't know where the red Epsilon ends up going. I don't know where the K fighters end up going. The only thing I'm pretty certain about is that there isn't going to be a huge move from L3. The fact that the Epsilon survived that round was pretty good on its own. Jonathan in the clear command, 186 to 38.
Hey man, that's my thing.
Sorry, Gerg. I could just see a 1 hard here from red. Attempt to get more blocks while still getting a shot. Does just need to put 1 in onto either Andrew or the Cartel Marauder, the red one, to get half points. That is what we get. The 1 hard and a focus. All he's allowed to do. So that is going to be a bump again on yellow, and it's going to stress him. Red will actually get the Talon off, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it benefits him, but it gets the Talon off. L3 moves again. Does fit. Let's see if he takes a target lock. He does take the target lock. 3 straight from Andrew. Clears the stress and just focuses. So L3 is the only scum shot. Has the target lock. Gonna spend it. No reason not to spend it. He does. That's hit crit coming in. Just needs one to go through. One does go through, and that is going to be the game. So that is going to be a 200 to 38 points. Brendon concedes. There we go. All right. Let's get a fast game of marbles in and then raid. They launch marbles.